one, really break the backs of a defense.
2nd and 3 now. Again, it's Bigsby. And he's brought down after a short gain. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Let's go now.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Looking for a throw here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
Here's 2nd and 11. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Pearsall there to grab it. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Their opening drive continues. 1st and 10 now from the 39. A give right side. Here's Bigsby. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 23. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Throw caught at the 6. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Working inside the red zone. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Complete on the option. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Bass now to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Mustang 19. Let's go. Ready.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. His first throw is an interception. Brian Branch has it. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number one.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a person in this stadium didn't start tensing up the way I did up in the booth. You could feel that goal line coming, right? Pressure right in his face. Nearly turns into a couple points now. And now you got to be so careful. No breathing room for the next snap. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Throwing from near his own goal line. Trying to float that one in, and the defender's there for the interception. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick, knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes, and if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Another try following the sack. Complete to his back. Tank Bigsby. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They give up the gut to Bigsby. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3 now. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching the kick, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
First and 10 from the 41. From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. This time it's a passing play. That's Bigsby. He's got it. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
So we're through 1 quarter of this AFC East contest. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 19. Got a man, it's Bigsby. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Carry here for Bigsby. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They'll throw it on 1st and goal. The back's got it. Touchdown, Buffalo! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Bass now to kick this away. Danny Gray to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Offense up to the line fast. Here's 2nd and 7. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Wide open down the field, and he has it! Touchdown, New England! The Patriots can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. That one right down the middle. And the Patriots tie things up at 14. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
Trying again, following the sack. Finds Kincaid. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
19, right here.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He finds Kincaid. Continuing to move past the 45. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On the give, it's Bigsby. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That play good for 17 and a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
We've set it downs for him at the 38. They'll throw on first. Flush down out to his left. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around her. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Now it's Bigsby. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He's stopped at the 17. Looks like a gain of around 7. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. The Bills pushing for points. Second and 3 now. From the 17. Headed out right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Running right is Bigsby. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing now, needing a first. Gets this to Kincaid. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's go now.
They'll send him over right. After the sack, another pass on second down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Third and long for him here. Chased out to his right. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Amendola able to put it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Pass now to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Milton back to throw. Hauled in left side. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. To throw, Milton. Trying for the deep ball. And he has the New England touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. So Buffalo's going to call it second timeout. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to the air here. He's on the move. Into the hands of Bigsby. Complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He lofts one deep, center of the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go!
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Working quickly here.
19 tight. 19 tight. 70 Lion. 19 Lion. 79 Bronco.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Caught quickly on the slant. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. That just misses the 50 mark, gets a 49-yard punt. And the Bills will take over possession.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Irving here from the gun. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. Call it 8 yards on that pickup, and an even 10 remain on 3rd down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. This is Bigsby. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. 2nd and 13. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage of this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Patriots have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed it.
He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, New England. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots drive their lead to 11. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
To throw again on 2nd and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
Throwing now on first down. Pearsall on the slant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute it.
They'll run this with Bigsby. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. He's going to throw this one. Complete to Coleman. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Third down, the Patriots sending out some reinforcements with a dime package. They'll try and throw it here. This finds Smith. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Handoff here for Bigsby. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go. Go.
Pass is caught by Addison. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Let's go. Let's go.
Goal to go. It's a pass play. Forced out to his right. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Bills shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
And now the Bills offense staying out. They're going to go for 2. He's throwing for it. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. From his own end zone, here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. This is the end of the third. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Set.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Taking a deep shot here. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had. And incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Ready.
Throwing now, Milton. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
They've got a man in motion. Throw on 3rd down. Hauled in by Gray. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Here we go. Set.
Back now, pressure on its way. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's Milton. He lets one fly deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. He will go. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots making a 9-point advantage. So the Patriots leaving the offense out there. Look at this. They want 2 more here. They'll try it on the ground. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. Going with Bigsby here. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Now looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, But those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. This one misses the tight end. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. He's dropping back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Complete to Pearsall. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Let's go now. Let's take 19.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And it makes the Huffs go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Patriots offense staying out there, lining up and going for 2 yet again. They want to run it across. And he isn't able to get in here. That lead's going to stay right where it is. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Getting right back to it after that interception. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to throw now. Finds a seam down the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the set. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Finding Pearsall. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Desperation time here on fourth. Launches one deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Extra point try coming. This would importantly make it a one-score game. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the fourth. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Milton now. He's looking deep once again. Big gain downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
12 at the 26-yard line.
Offense to the line for second down.
Let's go. Go.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Into the hands of Colt. Decent gain here, but short of the first. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Bills crowding the passing lanes. They've got a dime look here on third down.
Go. Check go.
Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up. It's 2nd and goal. They're running again. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. So now, here's 3rd and goal. They'll try him left side. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. That's an 8-yard gain. It brings up 4th and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right, decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
So as they've done so many times before, Brock, the Patriots take the win here at Gillette Stadium. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Patriots emerge as winners, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.